There's fun in learning around the bend. You could even do it with your best friend. If there's science stuff that you like to know, come watch Allie and CoCo Science Show.
Hey guys, welcome to Allie and CoCo Science Show. Today we have a super amazing and super spooky organism to show you guys. It's, are you ready? Spanish moss, or Tillandsia usneoides. Now, it's not actually a moss, and it's not a tangle of roots or anything. It's not anything crazy. It's actually an angiosperm. You're right, Colette, that an angiosperm is a flowering plant. And these guys are in the family Bromeliaceae. Colette, do you know any really well-known bromeliads? You're right, pineapple, guys. These guys are related to pineapple. Spanish moss is an epiphyte. No, Colette, an epiphyte is a plant that lives on another plant, but it's not parasitic. Remember we talked about mistletoe a long time ago? Mistletoe is parasitic, or a hemiparasite. Spanish moss is an epiphyte, so it clings to a plant, or it lives on a plant, but it gets its nutrients from elsewhere. Now, Tillandsia is usually found in warm, moist areas, so they're all over the southeast United States, and they're typically found on species of oak. Oh look, an oak, huh? Imagine that, right? Now, what's cool about Spanish moss is they're covered in a bunch of scales called trichomes, and these scales are really special. They can actually get nutrients, especially moisture, from the air, because remember, Spanish moss doesn't take any nutrients from the plant it's living on. It's just living there. It's not a parasite. So these trichomes can get the moisture out of the air. It gives the plant its silvery appearance. Sometimes Spanish moss is called grandpa's beard, but I don't know why. And what's even cooler is once the plant does get some moisture from the air, so let's say there's a huge rainstorm, the color goes from a silver to a green. I promise, Colette, it's green. It's no longer that gray color. So remember, they are angiosperms. In the summer, they'll create these bluish green flowers, and a bunch of insects in the summer will come and pollinate, and then the Spanish moss will create these little berry-like things that have hair-like projections that they can either help move through the wind, or it helps them grab onto like the rough bark of a plant. So that's one way these guys can disperse, but the other way is you can just take one chunk of Spanish moss, put it on another piece of bark, another tree, and it'll start growing. Now, we've used Spanish moss for a couple of really cool things. One is looking at air quality in an area. So since these guys get their nutrients, get their moisture from the air, if there's heavy metals or pollution in the air, it'll actually shrink or kill the plants over time. So we can look at and monitor the air quality in an area based on the health of Spanish moss. I think that's awesome. Another way we've used Spanish moss is back in the day, like the 1800s, we used to insulate homes, stuff furniture. We even made mattresses out of Spanish moss. Can you believe that, Colette? Can you believe it, sleeping on Spanish moss? So guys, it's time for the question of the week, and it actually just happens to be the International Women and Girls in Science Day. So I want to ask you guys, who's your favorite woman in science or girl in science? My favorite woman in science is Wangari Maathai. I believe that's how you say her name. She was the first woman in Central Africa to have a PhD, and she started a Greenbelt movement in Kenya and started this whole idea of conservation in the African continent. So she's a pretty stellar lady. Also, my little cousins Lila and Nora, they're cute little scientists, so I really like them. Colette, what about you? That's kind of sad. Right now we are celebrating Black History Month by giving you guys a famous Black scientist on our social media, on our Instagram. So if you want to go ahead and follow our Science Black History every day, you'll learn about a cool new scientist. I tried to pick ones that aren't as well known. Don't forget to follow us on our social media though. We have a Twitter, we got a Facebook, we've got it all. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you learned something new about Spanish moss or you like cute puppies. Don't forget to comment down below who is your favorite woman or girl in science. And I guess that's all we have today. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell at the bottom so that you guys get notified when we put a new video out. So come hang out with us on our science journey, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye guys! Yeah? You done? That's it? That's all you wanted to say? Bye guys!